Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. This is part 39 of the Super Hawk build project. I got a full day ahead of me today, that's great. Hopefully I get a lot of work done. Now, I realized this morning when I came out that the way that I installed the steering column was wrong. I had it backwards. So I'm gonna spend part of this morning just to fix that. It can't be the way it is. I'll explain to you what happened. I'll get that corrected, and then it's such a beautiful day outside, so I'm gonna spend some time working on the hood. I want to get that painted, and then I'll see if I can get the middle console also painted and get it ready. I'll keep you guys posted throughout the day. Well guys, on episode 38, at the end of the video, you can see that this whole column was installed and steering wheel was in the right place. I was super happy. So this morning I came out and I just realized that I had this steering column installed backwards. And this is like poor planning from the beginning. When I fabricate this whole bracket, I assume that the signal or the turn signal is on the right side. So I fabricate bracket, drill the hole and all of that, assuming it's on the right, which I never should make assumptions. So now I'm getting ready to put the turn signal back on. I'm like, well, let me go look at some photos of a HUMVEE and see how it's installed. And then I found out that this was over there. So what I did was, I'm still retaining the two screws in the back. I dropped this column. And then since you see that the hinge point are offset from the center, so I'm gonna have to drill two extra holes further up. So when let me see if I can show you this. So when I bring the column up like that, and then it'll be in the right place. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get this in. Well guys, the steering wheel is back to where it's supposed to be. Same location as before, but you see that I flipped the assembly, so now it's right side up. And I was able to drill another hole and get it all installed properly. You can see the other holes down here. It's not that big of a deal. No one's gonna see that. Well guys, that was a major screwed up. Lesson learned here is just never to assume anything. Keep checking and make sure everything's where it's supposed to be before you start fabricating a bunch of stuff. But luckily I was able to fix the problem. It cost me an hour, so I'm still upset about that. So now I'm gonna go outside and start working on the hood. All right guys, so here's the hood. I got like a bunch of Bondo on here. I gotta start sanding all this down and block sanding it, make sure the contours are looking good. And then we'll see if we can get this painted. Probably not today, but at least I'll get it started. And then there's a couple more pieces that I need to finish. So you guys seen this before, and this is the tunnel cover and the gauge pots and all of that. So at this point, it's almost ready to be painted. But you see that it's like I gotta put some body fillers in here and then just roughly sand it down just so I can throw the coat of paint on it. Not that big of a deal. And then that's the dash. So I cut out some of these, but there's still some places where I need to cut some holes for the gauges to fit all the HUMVEE gauges, all gonna be transferred into here. So hopefully I can get all of this done. I know this is, I really don't want to do any of this work. I just want to work on the truck inside, but it does need to be done. So I'll get it started. Well guys, I didn't realize that the Jeep needs an oil change. There's always something going on in KT Garage. I might have to go ahead and take care of it. It's a beautiful day, so it's probably a perfect time to do it. The rest of the week, it's gonna get really cold and real nasty out. So I'll get that done today. A little bit of a setback, but we'll get back on the Super Hawk real soon. Okay, so I fill in all the corners with body fillers. So those be good. I'm gonna let it dry for a day or two, and then we'll have to sand it back down for the final coat of paint. Quite a bit on this side as well. So that's done for today. Now the hood. I was going to sand everything down, but there's just so many missing spots. So I had to go in and see like all the fillets, all that stuff. I put new body fillers on it. It's like there's a bunch of body fillers here. There's just so many contours on here. It's like super hard to fabricate out of steel. So I just like put a bunch of body fillers everywhere. We're sanding everything down to make it nice and straight, following all the contour. So this is gonna have to be done another day. So this is it for working on the hood. I'm just gonna let it dry and then take it back in. I decided to get one of these new turn signal. This one got weathered out pretty good. I didn't feel like painting it, and this is something that I will be touching a lot, so I'll just get a new one. These are like, I think it's $60 something from eBay. These are all OEM stuff. You can see how everything is serialized. It's pretty cool how they serialize everything. I'm gonna try to get this on. Okay, so these are mounted by 4 bolts, and it should go on right here, which is fit like perfectly. So I'm gonna start putting the bolts on. Okay, so the installation of this thing is like super easy. There's 2 bolts on the bottom and then 2 on top. Let's see, there's 2 on top. Secure it, torque it up, and you're done. Check this out. All right, that's another piece that's permanently installed. Okay, so on the last episode, I was talking about cutting off that little lever that's used for controlling the RPM. I'm not gonna need it, so I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna do it now to get over with. I got my Dremel tool sitting right there. I'm gonna come in and chop that off to create some space in there. Okay guys, you can see that lever is gone. So now the pedal can go all the way down to the floor, which doesn't need to, but I do like to have some room in there. That's the piece I cut out. Okay, so I went ahead and ordered a new one of these handbrake assembly. You can see that this one is weathered out pretty good. It's got like, rust on it. I didn't feel like restoring them. This surplus Army stuff is like super cheap on eBay. I think I got this one for like maybe $60 something. It's not even worth to get the paint and paint them. So I'll just get a new one. I'm gonna try for this sensor over. And then I think I have a solution for the handbrake where there's a column that gets in the way. So I'm gonna solve that problem, but it's coming towards the end of the day. I'm just gonna work on it tomorrow. Well guys, it's getting towards the end of the day. It's around 4:30. I've been listening to all kinds of loud exhausts. Cars driving up and down the street. This neighborhood is crazy about cars. Everybody's driving cars with loud exhaust. Fast cars, we got Lambos, Ferraris, lots of Mustangs. I felt like I need to get into my Corvette and the Oldsmobile and just take it out and open up the exhaust. Disturbing the peace. Just join the car club. So I'll go ahead and do that and have some fun instead of just working all the time. I'm gonna stop working on the Super Hawk today, but I'm gonna continue in the morning, and we're gonna solve that problem with the handbrake, and then we'll see what else I can do tomorrow. I should have a full day tomorrow. Today is definitely not a full day. I appreciate you guys tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.